right, starting to hike again. I'm in the Shenandoah National Park. My wife just dropped me off. She's about to back out and leave. I'm at mile marker 879.5 at Wildcat Ridge Trailhead, and I am gonna go southbound to Rockfish Gap, and she's gonna pick me up down there. So, got 14 miles to do. Getting a little late start because we moved into the Shenandoahs today and camping at Loft Mountain Campground today. Yep, there she is leaving. All right, well, got to do a little spur trail right there, a 0.1 spur trail down to the AT. I won't see many white blazes, if any. Those concrete posts there have metal bands around them that tell you what direction to go and what trail and so forth. So, all right, we got to get going because we got a long day. All right, bye. Forgot to say what time I'm starting. I'm not starting till 11:30 and about to do 14 miles, but I am slack packing. I feel like I got about 5 pounds on my back is all. A little bit more than that. Because I do have water and all with me. All right, bye. All right, here's one of those concrete posts. See the AT symbol on the side, and you come to, there's a trail to my left and trail to my right. And if you look carefully, it says Appalachian Trail North is to my left, Appalachian Trail South is to my right. And since I'm going southbound today, that's where I'm headed. And here's my first look of trail in the Shenandoah National Park, the Appalachian Trail. Itty bitty rocks. Nothing else though. So hopefully it stays that way, but we'll see. I've heard it's supposed to be good trails in the Shenandoahs. So let's find out. I'll be trying to go fast today, as fast as I can, since I'm not started till 11:30. I'm doing 14 point something miles, so be finished. Expecting to be finished somewhere between 6 and 7 tonight. So, all right, let's go. Well, I'm about to cross the Skyline Drive. It's the same as the Blue Ridge Parkway, but it's called the Skyline Drive in Shenandoah. So, oh, got a car coming. Right across the street to a cement post. Well, a few hundred yards in from the road, and just climbed a little slight rise in the trail, but this trail is well maintained. Not a lot of roots. I hadn't seen a root yet, as a matter of fact. And a few rocks here and there, but nothing like I've been encountering in the past. So, if this is the case, we will make some good time today. While taking a zero yesterday, I was able to retreat all my hiking clothes with Promethean, and that's going to help to continue. Doesn't help with all the little flying insects. A lot of little gnats today. Might have to put my bug net on. Keep moving, they'll be all right. Ah, my favorite part, ferns along the trail. A little rocky section in the trail now, as you can see. And you hear me flipping the rocks and moving them because they're kind of loose. But they're flat though. These rocks are. So the gray ones that look slate colored are, most of the time they're flatter, so they're easier to get through. All right, going downhill. I'm gonna put this up so my trekking poles can get busy. Well, I am doing a longer downhill now, but again, once again, it is gradual. I have done one switchback, and again, liking this trail today. A few more rocks right here in this section, but again, not too bad. A lot of rock situations like this is when it's a downslope. The trail maintainers will create something like this as a water barrier because the water will kind of flow down the trail, And they use this to kind of dam up the water and send it back off down the hill the other way so it doesn't wash the trail away. So anyway, kind of an erosion prevention kind of thing. All right, crossing the Skyline Drive here at Turk Gap parking area. The parking area is back over this way. Anyway, and headed on down into the woods. So let's go. Well, I just checked while I was coming across the road there and stopped for a second. Done 2.3 miles in about an hour and 10 minutes, so it's not too bad. So about on a 2 mile an hour pace. I thought I was going a little faster than that, but get some places I'll pick up the pace. Now this is so far the longest climb. I've only gone about 50 yards, but it's also the steepest of them. But it's not. That's a little bit past gradual on the steep scale, my steep scale. But I've been going down about half a mile on a similar scale on the other side of the road. So when you go down a mountain, you gotta go up one. So, all right, here we go. So far, the Shenandoah Trail from Wildcat Trailhead parking to, I'm on my way to Rockfish Gap, is spoiling me. This is ridiculously smooth and gradual ups and downs and not long ups. The longest down I had was about half a mile a while ago. It was so gradual, I hardly even noticed. And yeah, this keeps up. I'll have to increase my miles and start earlier. Coming out on the Skyline Parkway Drive again. Crossing the road. And that's where we're going into the woods. But first, I'm gonna go over there to the overlook and see what I can see. I think you can see a pretty good view down through there, especially the mountains on the left. If that one pine tree wasn't there, you can see forever. Well, I've gone 4 miles in 2 hours. So again, sticking with my 2 mile an hour average. Yeah, it feels like I'm moving faster than that, but anyway, we will see how quick we get done. Well, first significant climb. I've been doing it for maybe 100 yards, and it's it's not straight up, but it's better than moderate anyway, so it's steep. That's okay. Legs need to get stretched a little bit. Well, since that about a quarter of a mile climb, been going down the other side and switchbacks. Again, fairly easy. Climb wasn't too hard, but a little more than moderate climb though. I did look ahead. I do have a 2 mile climb today, but it's like 800 feet elevation gain in that 200, so it shouldn't be too steep. So we will see when we get there. I stopped just a little piece back there and had a water break, little lunch break too, but nice little spring. I took a selfie there. Didn't take any videos, but got a little climb here, not much. I think it's like 1.8, but it is uphill, of course, since it's a climb, but it's gradual, and should get up it pretty quick. I'm about 7.5 now, I think, from Rockfish Gap. So I've done about half my day, and at the top of this, pretty much everything else downhill. Got a couple of little ups, but nothing too big. I think this is the biggest climb today. So, all right, let's get going. Well, it's got a little steeper, but it's still not straight up, but just taking my time a little bit. All right, let's go. That is a big oak tree. like a fork or a trident. I bet that's 8 or 10 feet around the base. Well, other than all the power lines, it's a nice view. Well, just so you know, it hasn't been all cruisy and hill rolling and a few climbs. I mean, there's some rock scrambles too, as in this one. It's just not that steep, and most of the rocks are kind of, as you can see, are kind of flat on the top, or flat-ish, I should say. Still roots around though, still places to trip. Some of the trails overgrown. Matter of fact, I just went through under a power line section and it was really overgrown. So had to stop 2 or 3 times, check, see if I had any ticks on me. Anyway, and I didn't. So, all right, let's go. Yeah, this little climb has been tough, even with a slack pack on. It is, I'm just now on a little bit of a level place, or nearly level, but it's been a climb. Still not to the top, so. But it's the steepest part of the day, so that's okay. I have made it to the top of the climb. This is Calf Mountain, marked by this cairn, ever how you say that word? Cairn, I think, pile of rocks. This is the top. And so, anyway, yep, that's it. Yes, this kind of stuff's slowing me down. There's a lot of rocks in the trail right now going down. And that is slowing me down because they're big and jagged and embedded. All right, let's go. Made it to the summit of Little Calf Mountain. That last mountain was Calf Mountain, so anyway, got some views here. This is looking kind of toward the west, I think. Maybe southwest. I'll pan around this way slow. Gotta cross those, see those communication towers over there? I gotta cross that mountain next. That's Bear Mountain. And there's more mountain views that way. I just came out of that field up there. This is Beagle Gap. There's porta potties here you can use. And anyway, got to go across the road that way and up the woods that way. So let's go. That's the biggest anthill I've ever seen. They are working all over that thing too. I need to move or they're gonna be on me. Almost to the top of Bear Mountain. That's the communication tower on top of Bear Mountain, and I guess weather radar too. All right, and here's the tractor seats we've seen in a lot of people's videos. Yeah. Anyway, good place to stop and rest, I guess. The trail after the communication towers is doing real well. Kind of like the way I started. Still about 4 miles from the where I'm gonna meet my wife to be picked up at Rockfish Gap. Only been able to make about 2 miles an hour today, so that has surprised me. Average about 2, so. Okay, let's go. Well, you turn the corner and all of a sudden you're back in rocks. I mean, literally, I just walked around the corner from a nice grassy dirt walkway, trail. Maybe it's just this little hump right here. That's what it kind of looks like, maybe. Yep. Okay, that's all it was. So back to Good Trail. Coming back across Skyline Drive at McCormick Gap. See the elevation there at 2434. Looks like I gotta go across here and climb a ladder. Haven't done this in quite a while. Yep, gotta climb up and over this right here. Now this is funny. If I'd looked over here, I could have walked around the gate instead of climbing that ladder over there. How funny. Oh well. It's amazing at the end of the day what gets thrown at you. And now it's starting to sprinkle as well. Okay, not so sure this is fun anymore. I've been doing this for, I'm gonna say 3 to 4 miles. Probably a mile to a half a mile an hour. It's probably gonna be dark before I get out of here. And I only have another mile and a half or so to go. I've never been so glad to see a road. Skyline Drive. Just gotta walk down here a little ways where my wife's at. All right, let's go. Good morning. Did not close out yesterday because it was raining and just miserable afternoon, really. So started out at Wildcat Ridge parking at 879.5, ended at Rockfish Gap doing the Sobo southbound at 865.3, I believe it is. And so that was a 14.2 day, so a pretty big day. But it was a long day because the last half of the day was just all rock scrambles, and then it got to raining, and so rocks were slick, and just had to go slow, and came out of the woods with my headlamp on because it was getting close to, I mean, it was between 7:30 and 7:45 when I came out, but I didn't start till 11:30, so that's okay. We got camp set up here. I'm gonna kind of turn around and let you see it. We're at Loft Mountain Campground in Shenandoah National Park. It rained really, really hard last night, and we've got a nice little picnic table, and then just about every campsite has a bear box. That's a bear box we have right there. And so, real nice place. Got a camp store and a wayside not too far away, so.